First of all, welcome to Santa Croce, to all of you. I have to apologize for my English. I'm able to understand very well, to read, but not to speak. So I have to read. The purpose of my greetings is to give you a solid background in the typology of the place where we find ourselves, rather than on a discussion topic. We are inside a space multimedia. This one, this room, is a box multimedia, which gives us the possibility to feel a sense of space and time, full immersion. In such a place, in Santa Croce, architecture, sequence of spaces, art, light serve as a practical means of communication. Here inside, we preserve forms of communication that should be considered as prototypes of the nowadays PowerPoint. The slides of the mural paintings, the comic strips of 700 years ago, which were associated with speech coming out the pulpit, the microphone of past times. The huge fresco painting you are facing, dating back to the 14th century, could be without a vocal amplification. In fact, the images are explained by written words. On the contrary, in the slide showing this wall, we can observe scenes inscribed in square frames telling a story that we have to be able to recognize and listen to. In both examples, we have the use of narrative techniques, methods to memorize things, systems to collect sensations through the light, sounds, and guided readings. This is to show you a sample of how today it can be offered a new concept of the relationship between images and their meaning. There is another way of representing which looks very similar to the present-day experience. That's the one expressed by the painting behind you, this of Bronzino. The Descent to Hell, painted in the 1500s by Bronzino, is a sort of Facebook of the time. It's the result of the mixture of an ancient text, Nicodemus' Gospel, with the contemporaneity of the artist. So you can see Moses like this, the poet Giambulari, the same Bronzino is like David, another painter, Bacchiacca, like Isaiah, the portrait of Pontormo, this one. And so Isaac is Allori, who painted the other painting on the left. This is another thing. Like pictures can help to read better and facilitate the emotional understanding of a story, literature can do a good job as well. Picture books allow the visitor to explore a reality passing through the filter of imagination. A typical example in that section of the fairy tale written by Andersen during his stay in Florence. Images suggest a dimension which a is different from a historical artistic work. We deal with something belonging to kids as well as to adults, which have been young and sometimes keep on dreaming. So this is the story of Andersen in Santa Croce. It is a form to illustrate for kids. That's curious, remembering that Hermann Zapf in 1950 created the font Optima for PC, for Macintosh, after having observed the inscription on Santa Croce's stamps dating back in the 16th century, from the engraving on a marble slab to the virtual digital symbol without material thickness. This is very interesting, the relationship between the past time and today. So the sense of my greetings and to say welcome to you in this room is to feel to be in a multimedia room. This, I think, it can be useful to go on with your work. Thank you.